Oh my, that is one big signing. Jeff Cobb is on NXT. But if she wants an enemy, she can have one in Charlotte. And if she wants a match, she can have one in Charlotte as well. The challenge sent out to Shayna Baszler from Charlotte. Yo and show, Roppongi 3K. Welcome to the universe, Roppongi 3K. Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is NXT. We are here, of course, with the show that is the show of the week. We know that. But anyway, we are here anyway in the Hammerstein Ballroom for another edition of NXT nevertheless. Last week was, of course, a little bit of a cool-down show following NXT TakeOver Toronto. And in a way, this one's kind of the same, but also kind of not. We have a grudge match going on here. You saw it at the start of the show then, the little recap. And, we're going to be seeing it here tonight between Charlotte Flair and Shayna Baszler one-on-one with each other. Should be a very interesting contest, to say the least, between these two women. Certainly some bad blood spewing from 2 weeks ago into last week and into tonight, and the NXT General Manager did make that match official. And we're going to be seeing that one here tonight. Can't wait for that one, as I can't wait for the main event as well. He's had his time off from the Hell in a Cell match, and Bate has said that he wants to fight. He wants to fight again here tonight, and he has picked one hell of a tough man to fight as well. The Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro, Ishii. This is going to be one hell of a main event, there is no doubt about it. I am thoroughly anticipating this one. A fight between two incredible talents within that ring. You know it's going to be a thrilling contest from the very start until the very end. That is all to come this evening on NXT, but first we're going to start things off because SAnitY is in action. And let us commence with the arrival of the NXT Tag Team Champions. It's going to be none other, though, the newest member of SAnitY, Punishment Martinez, in action. He's had probably his toughest contest was against Ty Dillinger before NXT TakeOver Toronto, but he is in action here again tonight, doing SAniTY's work and reminding everyone just who the NXT Tag Team Champions truly are. SAnitY preparing to come towards the ring in full force. Eric Young, Killian Dane, and as I said, Punishment Martinez. Now, about 6 months, I want to say, thereabouts, into their reign as NXT Tag Team Champions for the second time. SAnitY, now the longest reigning champions on NXT. Taking that, no, they're not. My apologies. No, they are. Taking that, award, I guess you could say, or taking that accolade, there you go, away from Pete Dunne, of course, who lost his title back at TakeOver Toronto. We haven't seen the Bruiserweight since then, interestingly enough, but nevertheless, the case remains that SAnitY have been Tag Team Champions now their second reign, and they have been holding them for roughly 6 months. Don't quote me on it, it's around that, nevertheless. So here we go, going to be interesting to see how things go in this one. Tough opponent in Titus O'Neil in regards to the physicality that O'Neil can bring into the ring, the aggression factor that he has in this match. There's no doubt about that, but at the same time, has to be said that, well, O'Neil hasn't really been able to ponder a win together in about a year, probably. Nevertheless, people do their business on NXT, that's for certain. It's not like O'Neil is going to be on the radars of anyone on NXT, but SAnitY certainly will be after their tag team title reign comes to pass. If ever there is a team that can be able and capable of dethroning them, that is the case. We saw, I believe it was last week, I might be blanking out already if it wasn't, the debut of Roppongi 3K. Of course, we saw the tag team of Matt Hardy and Pentagon Jr. forming 2 weeks ago, and we're seeing them in action again here tonight. Should be interesting. With an actual test in front of them, another test in front of them rather. No, an actual test in front of them this time. Can't remember who they're taking on though. So that goes to show the work that I'm able to do in these episodes. The hard work that I do in not really paying much attention and just going with what I think is in front of me. Nevertheless, let's begin. Punishment Martinez, of course, going to be using this match to just show his aggression and really send the statement message that SAnitY has been at its strongest, is at its strongest now since getting rid of Sawyer Fulton and replacing him with Punishment Martinez. There's no doubt about it. Martinez is one incredibly tough man, and we've seen it more than once. Does the grunt work essentially of SAnitY and enjoys it as well. doing something that Sawyer Fulton couldn't do, and doing it as well in a very, very convincing fashion. O'Neal, though, trying to counter here. Arm drag there to punishment Martinez, who's able to evade that. Dropping him right down on his neck, though. That's going to hurt O'Neal, no doubt about it. But let's be honest, I don't think I don't think Martinez really cares about that. What he cares about, though, is doing his business. Able to hold him up in the air for an elongated period of time before dumping him down with that powerbomb there. Things are not looking good for Titus O'Neal. As a matter of fact, the entrance may well have been longer than the match the way this is currently going. Belly to belly attempt. Titus in with a counter there. Could be his opportunity to open up in this match. Could very well happen here. Turned around in the turnbuckle. Punishment Martinez not looking exactly like he's countering much. And this could be a huge chance for O'Neal opening itself up. Oh no. Tree of Woe instead. I thought we were going to see him hung up on the top rope, but he's able to connect with a stomp in that Tree of Woe. Punishment Martinez moves out of the way. Uh-oh. Pump handle. Fall away slam. O'Neal just went flying. And now, instead of flying, he is going to be on a fall. And a very long fall at that one. A fall that will be countered. O'Neal counters it. No, countered back though by punishment Martinez. Titus O'Neal doing his best here to hang in this one. Back elbow, big boot. Sends him right back down. And here we go again. Another headbutt to the head of O'Neal. Right into the face. And this time, there may be no preventing it. O'Neal may be done for. It is time for the fall. It is time to go south of heaven. That choke slam connecting and finishing the job. Punishment Martinez into the cover on O'Neal, and it has ended things. Another victory sustained for him and SAnitY as things continue to go on here. Business as usual, it seems, for this trio. Who is going to be able to dethrone these guys? I have to question it. What I do know, though, is that Eric Young is telling Martinez and Dane to get out of the ring. And he ain't done here. And it seems as if that Eric Young has decided to take his jacket and his cowl as well and give that to punishment Martinez. Eric Young, anyway, starting to deliver his message, saying that this tag team division is livening itself up with the recent additions, and SAnitY welcome it. They're going to be welcoming that fight that is coming their way, because as always, they get to cause chaos to everyone, and they get to enjoy it as well. No surprise there that they are going to enjoy hurting more than one party. But SAnitY say that is not the end of things. As a matter of fact, Eric Young continuing on to say that they welcome it because no one's going to be able to stop them still. All the pain, all the chaos that they get to cause, it will continue on with no ceasing in sight. No one can stop SAnitY. It doesn't matter how many new teams you form or throw their way. SAnitY will reign supreme in this division. A threat sent to everyone involved, and a degree of truth in it as well. Let's be real here. I don't know of anyone right now who can stop SAnitY. There have been many teams to attempt, and they have all fallen by the wayside. Who can stop these guys once and for all? Who can take those titles away from them in the tag team division? Even with these new additions, SAnitY are still looking superior. And how apt that we go from talking about SAnity's domination in the tag team division to a tag team match in its own right. It's the New Day in action up next against Matt Hardy and Pentagon Jr. One duo who has already had a chance at SAnitY, the other who is, well, so recently formed that I don't even think they would be on SAnity's radar yet. Nonetheless, the New Day are ready for this one. We, of course, saw the return of Xavier Woods 2 weeks ago on this show, finally returning from the injury caused by Brian Cage. Of course, Big E tried to take action against that and ended up paying a price virtually the same as Xavier Woods. Nevertheless, the New Day are back. They are in full stead, and they are taking care of business on this brand in their own right, or at least trying to anyway. Woods' return could be a start of things to come maybe for the New Day. A regaining of their composure towards that eventual title rematch against SAnitY. That's certainly, there's no doubt in their mind that they're hoping for that anyway. Of course, as their former New Day member, Kofi Kingston, is on SmackDown Live trying to achieve a degree of success on a brand filled with stars and stars in the making and backstabbings left, right, and center on that roster. It feels like his friends are still trying to keep the tag team going on NXT. We'll see how that'll go for them when they take on the duo of Broken Matt Hardy and Pentagon Jr. Of course, we were alluded to the arrival of Pentagon Jr. alongside Hardy when Hardy made his return at NXT TakeOver Toronto, came towards the ring and said that he had a friend on his way, a man of many sides. And that, of course, alluding to Pentagon Jr. Spoilers, the Pentagon has 5 sides? Yeah, 5 sides. And that is exactly what he was referring to. Hardy ready for this, though. Himself and Pentagon Jr., a very dangerous duo. We saw that when they made their debut as a tag team 2 weeks ago. And they certainly showed what they are capable of, no doubt about it. And it was an enjoyable time as well, let's be honest. I enjoyed watching those guys in action. Long time since both of them got in action, and a long time as well since Pentagon Jr. got a win. But underneath the broken brilliance of Matt Hardy, he looked destructive. He looked to be that Pentagon Jr. that I remember him being, all things considered. And we'll see if that'll be the case again here tonight. It is a very tough team in the New Day. There is no doubt about it. They've gone from being kind of an afterthought team on the main roster to a solid, what's the word I'm looking for? A solid number, I guess, on this brand. And here comes, anyway, Pentagon Jr., sporting relatively the same colors as Matt Hardy, that red and black. Similarities they share with one another, pretty much starting and ending there. Matt Hardy a little bit. That's what I'm looking for. A little bit lost in the head. A little bit, I don't want to say vacant, but, you know, a little bit on his own path. Pentagon Jr., however, is, well, he's just sick in his head. He's a man who thoroughly enjoys hurting people and takes great pride in it as well. And pleasure, probably. And that has all been rekindled underneath Broken Matt Hardy. Of course, Pentagon Jr. for the longest time went on a losing streak that reached this most tragic point when he lost to Heath Slater. It was then that Matt Hardy took him under his wing and, I guess, gave him the instructions of that broken brilliance. Nevertheless, time to begin here this tag team contest. So it's going to be Big E starting things off against Matt Hardy. Let's see how this one goes then. They don't have a name for Hardy and Pentagon Jr. yet. They're still just going by that. I assume Matt Hardy will have a name lined up at some point, nevertheless. Big E trying to start things off in a tough fashion against Matt Hardy, who didn't seem too pleased about losing that collar and elbow tie-up. Good counter from Big E there. One rope back, though, from Matt Hardy. And spinning heel kick attempt. Might have learned that from Pentagon Jr., who knows? One of his prior pasts of learning how to wrestle with Senior Benjamin. Who really knows with Matt Hardy anymore? Big E, though, certainly getting off to a tough start. Big-time Irish whip. Hardy, though, able to counter him there. Big arm drag, and Hardy brings down Big E there. Is this where the match can turn around a little bit now for Hardy and Pentagon Jr.? Is this where they'll take control a little bit more? Tag made. Pentagon Jr. the legal man in this one now. Drop toe hold. Elbow drop into the small of the back for Big E to contend with. And this is where things might get dangerous now for Big E, having to deal with Pentagon Jr. Prepare for a lot of pain to come his way. Backstabber. Certainly showing that is going to be the case. Xavier Woods hungry to get in this one, it seems. Surprised that we have someone hungry to get in the ring with Pentagon Jr., truth be told, but apparently that is the case. Look at the strength, though, of Big E. Backbreaker, holds on to Pentagon Jr. and is able to hit another one. Now the tag will be made. Xavier Woods coming in off it. Let's see what Woods, recently back from his injury, can do here. Up on the shoulders, fireman's carry, cutter from Woods. Pentagon Jr. though, only able to stay down for a little bit. Getting right back up to his feet. Canadian Destroyer there. Flip pile driver, whatever else you want to call it. Devastating move from Pentagon Jr. and he keeps on going now. No, he doesn't. Woods in with a counter. That's counter by Pentagon Jr. in return though. And another one on its way. Good God. Devastating impact from that. Pentagon Jr. showing absolutely, well, the old side to him, I think is the best way of saying it. What are we going to see here? What a tag team move. Powerbomb, seated senton combination on Woods there. But again, New Day's ability to constantly counter is proving a little bit tough here, it has to be said, for Hardy and Pentagon Jr. Good gut wrench suplex from Matt Hardy. Can he capitalize with it here? There's a chop, a delete chop. And Hardy feeling pretty good about his chance of victory here. You can see from his little taunt above Xavier Woods, who lays on the mat right there. Well, briefly. One thing is for certain, I think SAnitY are going to be paying close eyes on this, and they are going to be thinking, are either of these teams in our, in our eyesight? And I don't know what the answer to that question is. I mean, this match will be the answer for us. Like I said, it is two teams who could be in with a title talking, could be in with a talking point for the title heading towards the next NXT takeover, but I'm none the wiser. At the end of the day, I'm only a commentator on this brand. I am not the general manager. Big E getting a little bit worked up. He's now the legal man back in this one. Matt Hardy able to duck under. Side effect out of the blue to Big E. Cover on him as well. Looking to put things away. Big E kicks out at 2. Good work there though. From these guys. Tag made once more. Pentagon Jr. back in. And right back to his favorite part on the body. The arm. Big E caught. Dragon screw there. Xavier Woods almost pleading to get back in the match. You saw him on the outside. He was really forceful there with his movements, but it's not going to happen so long as Pentagon Jr. says so. Look at the strength. Package. Pile driver from Pentagon Jr. And he loves it. He loves that is the case as well. But what is going to be the idea for trying to end this one? Not going to be a tag made right now, that's for certain. Elbow counter there by Pentagon Jr. Sends Big E into his own turnbuckle. Xavier Woods going to tag himself in. Matt Hardy getting tagged in here. Spinning heel kick attempt is countered. Xavier Woods though in with a knee in the... there we go, kick in the gut and then the knee in the face that comes up after it. Big E still reeling in the corner right now, but Xavier Woods could be in with something big here. On a roll, could be on its way. Looks for it and gets it! On a roll by Woods! Into the cover he goes for victory! Pentagon Jr. right there though to break things up and to take care of Big E. Drop kicked his leg and then sent his throat into the ropes. Matt Hardy with a counter there. And now Matt Hardy! Twist of fate! Twist of fate from Hardy! Big E on the outside! Just too late to make the save! Hardy and Pentagon Jr. are your winners. A thrilling conclusion to that tag team match. Well done indeed. That was very enjoyable. Hardy and Pentagon Jr. really had to stretch their ability for victory there. It was not an easy fight at all, and you could see that the New Day wanted to win just as bad as well. That honor roll could have turned things around. Pentagon Jr. though, right place, right time. Big E's going to be kicking himself for being a second too late in making the save there. Unlucky and unfortunate for him, no doubt about it. Nevertheless, time to move on. But one final point could be, this team could now be on the radar of SAnitY. You never know. Anyway, next contest. Let's move on to it. I talked about it earlier. It's time for it now. Charlotte versus Shayna Baszler. Let's get going then. This one has been building itself up over the last few weeks on NXT. I talked about it, and we've seen it as well. It has been a very interesting time leading up to this match. Taking my mind back to 2 weeks ago, we would do Io Shirai versus Charlotte at the start of that NXT. What a match that was going to be. But Shayna Baszler came in and put the brakes on it, attacking Io Shirai in the parking lot of this building, laying her out. Charlotte came out last week, as we saw at the top of the show, and said to Shayna Baszler that, well, now she's in Charlotte's business, and she's going to take care of that business by fighting her. She challenged Baszler to a match. Baszler accepted, and we have the contest here tonight between these two women. The figure 8 versus that sleeper hold of Shayna Baszler's, which is a name that I have sadly forgotten. But we do have two queens squaring up against each other, that's for certain. Charlotte, of course, just regards herself as the queen. Shayna Baszler is the queen of spades. This one could be a very, very interesting matchup, there's no doubt about it. Plenty to play for as we head towards the next NXT TakeOver. A long time as well, of course, until that TakeOver as well. But nevertheless, we are absolutely ready for it. I think that is the case. I am ready for this one, no doubt. Whether or not this does have anything regarding the title, what this does have is two women squaring up against one another, ready to fight. I am ready to watch them fight as well. Baszler, I think the last time we saw it in in-ring action, she was in the triple threat involving Io Shirai and Toni Storm to determine the number one contender to the NXT Women's Championship before TakeOver Toronto. Because the last time we saw her was 2 weeks ago with that attack on Io Shirai. Shirai seems as if she's going to be okay, she's going to recover. That's all well and good, and I'm glad about that. But here tonight, this fight is on, and it's going to be a good fight to go with it. I'm ready. I am absolutely ready. Two queens fighting to see who is superior. Who will win? Who will walk out with that victory when it counts the most? This is a grudge match it has become too. And I am ready for it. Baszler versus Charlotte. Here we go. Both women gunning for one another there. And Charlotte getting the quick strike at the start here, but only briefly. Suplex from Shayna Baszler to start things off early. Charlotte in with a counter there, getting out of the ring, and this is where things could get ugly in a hurry on the outside, allowing these two women to fight where they damn well please. Of course, the referee is going to enforce the count that has not been signed off as anything other than a normal one-on-one match into that steel barricade there. That is just cloth padding over the top. It's not even padding. Charlotte sending Baszler back into the ring. She gained a little bit of advantage on the outside. Cracked up that forearm there. Didn't connect with it. Baszler in with a counter. And a big Irish whip. Charlotte hitting that turnbuckle hard. Irish whip now. Off the ropes. Duck under. But too late on the timing there. And Charlotte was able to evade it. Back sidewalk slam attempt maybe. Good counter from Baszler. And now in with some quick jabs into the waist there. Uppercuts more so. Baszler's controlling this match when it comes to strikes as she would. That MMA background of hers is going to keep her in close combat with Charlotte, and it's going to be where Charlotte is at a disadvantage. What a knee in the face there by Baszler. Again, those body shots taking the wind out of Charlotte and just putting her on the back foot. Charlotte now, though, just responding in her own way. Back suplex into a face buster there. Nicely done indeed by Charlotte Flair. As her up on her shoulders, fireman's carry. Now going to transition it into a backpack stunner. Baszler feeling the impact of that one. Charlotte kind of hoping that it was enough, but Baszler really reminding her, you've done nothing in this one. The world of mixed martial arts fight for the majority of your career will leave that effect on you, I think it has to be said. Nice enziguri from Charlotte there. And the neck breaker will connect. Interesting that she's going after the neck. Maybe she thinks she'll get the win better off with natural selection than what she will with a figure 8. Oh no, there's me being put out to look like a nonce. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Going after the leg though is Charlotte now, honing in on that knee of Baszler. Going to be crucial, of course, to getting the tap out win with a figure 8. Charlotte kicking the gut, twisting neck breaker. Right where it's due. Charlotte started off a little bit on the back foot. She's turned things around now for herself. She's looking pretty good here. Back elbow attempt, countered. Baszler gets countered. Charlotte runs into Baszler, and the body shot comes back in there. And that really changed things. Charlotte, oh my goodness! Running knee from Baszler. And what a running knee it was as well. And look back to those body shots. They are killer in this match for Charlotte. Irish whip off the ropes. I was going to call out a back body drop, but she followed through with it as well. That made it even more dangerous to contest with. Body blow again. Kick in the gut. What are we going to see? Gut wrench. Float over. Gut wrench suplex. Oh, just pure strength. As she picks her up again for a deadlift. Gut wrench suplex. Outstanding from Baszler. And now she's going to look to end things here. To put away Charlotte. With the move. Knowing as the ace of spades. Ace of spades on Charlotte Flair. Will the Queen have to tap out here? No! Elbowing the ribs. Baszler unable to get the submission. Charlotte escapes. And not only that, but Charlotte comes back in with a clothesline as well. She is hanging in this one. Charlotte spear as well. Spear to Baszler. No way. Could Charlotte turn things around here? She's going to hope that she can. Charlotte in. Figure eight. Figure eight leg lock applied on Baszler. And now does Baszler have to tap out? Will it be defeat for Baszler? Will the grudge be settled for Charlotte? She's trying to get that submission. Baszler hanging on in there, and not only that, she's forcing herself out of it as well. And a hard punch will get her out of that hold. It is even. It is all square in this match right now. So much to play for. And neither woman can put away the other right now. Nice kick in the leg there. Charlotte, however, up in that fireman's carry position. What are we going to see from her here? Transitions it in. And a buckle bomb to Baszler. Outstanding. How are these two women still giving each other a fight like this? Oh my God. Charlotte can't even put her hands up to protect herself. Constant knees into the face. That was brutal from Baszler. And Charlotte has to be reeling from it now. Those were brutal beatings that she just took. Could that end the match right here? There's the cover. There's two and a kick out from Charlotte. Sorry, a two. She's still hanging in there, but she is reeling. That head is getting absolutely honed in on right now. Charlotte evades though. Clothesline. Down goes Baszler. And look at this. Charlotte going to force herself up to that top rope. Can she hit big? Charlotte in. Is it moonsault? No, it's knees in the gut from Baszler. These two women just will not end. They will not let the other one get the win. Saito suplex though, and again, more damage to the head of Charlotte, but she's right back up to her feet. Charlotte right back up to her feet. Baszler stopping her. Saito suplex again, and Charlotte's back down. Only for a few seconds though. Lariat. A second lariat from Charlotte. Off the rope she comes, and a leaping clothesline. This is something else. This contest has been something else. Electric chair. Oh, what a move. Cross-armed electric chair from Charlotte. And yet Baszler still won't stay down. Charlotte still won't stay down in Baszler's eyes though. In the turnbuckle goes Charlotte now. What has Baszler got in store for her? This is going to look dangerous up on that top rope. Oh God. Oh God, what's happening? No way. From the... no way. Deadlift. Gut wrench suplex. Oh my goodness. Is this it? There's two. There's a kick out from Charlotte. Oh my God. Charlotte keeps on fighting. But it seems as if this is where she might get put out to past. The ace of spades is locked in. Baszler has Charlotte, and with nowhere to go, Charlotte submits. Baszler wins. Tragedy for Charlotte there. The Queen of Spades overcoming the Queen herself. Victory for Baszler in what was an outstanding contest. I have to say it. Those two women sacrificed everything They put everything on the line for victory. But in the end, Baszler just hung in there for the win over Charlotte. Congratulations to Baszler on that win. She might not get a victory as good as that one for a while, but she proved she is tough. And she is ready for whatever comes her way on NXT. No doubt about it. Great contest. It's now time to move on, though, and we'll see how things will develop in our next contest here. No Way Jose against Hangman Page. Well, I honestly don't know how this match is going to top the one that we just saw, because the one we just saw was pretty something. It really was. That was outstanding. I want more of that, please. Nevertheless, No Way Jose against Hangman Page. Both guys with something to prove here in NXT still, though. There's no doubt about that. And, No Way Jose was a guy who came in with a lot of fire, pizzazz to him upon his arrival. But things have kind of diffused a little bit. The party's starting to die down a little bit right now in NXT. And I think it has to be said that Jose's going to have to do something to really reinvigorate this party, get it back up to life before people start abandoning the conga line. It's not what... It's going to be tough to have a fiesta if you're the only one on the fiesta line. To be honest, I don't think things are going to get better here against Hangman Page. This guy's been... Hangman Page came in with a point to prove 2 weeks ago. And has to be said that he proved it. He had to arrive in NXT right away. Though he has got a tough opponent. Jose, of course, has had 2 takeover matches. One was a Force Can Anyway match, which he won. And then the other one was a shot at Pete Dunne's NXT Global Championship, which, of course, he walked out on the losing end of. But it was a great showing from Jose, nonetheless, in both takeovers. Things have kind of taken a turn for the worse for Jose. More losses starting to rile themselves up, and he'll be hoping to turn things around in the next match, in this match here with Hangman Page, and to keep it going from there. Keep that momentum rolling. And get back to a level that he once could hold himself at. We'll see if that'll be the case or not here, though, against this man. I'm not too certain if Hangman Page is going to be the guy to make that happen for him. As I said, really come out with an idea of proving himself, really arrived and just put his name out right away as if to say, I'm here to do this and ain't no one going to stop me either. Very tough, very young as well as Hangman Page. Not as young as the NXT champion, but, he's not far off him. I think Hangman Page is about 24, 25. Which means he has still got years and years. It hasn't even reached his peak, has to be said. What he could be in for, though, is another win here on NXT over No Way Jose. If everything goes the way that he wants it to. And I'll be honest, from what I've seen, I see no reason why it wouldn't be the case for Hangman Page. I'll just say that. We'll find out now, though. Page versus Jose. Jose, of course, with a height advantage. Maybe the weight advantage as well. I'm not 100% certain. But Page has taken the lead early on here. Collar elbow tie-up. Look at how he's got that hold in on Jose. Great counter by Jose, though, into a chin lock here. Snap made him down. Able to hold him in place. Those long arms of Jose. Just the longer legs of his as well is what you really have to watch out for. And if you can as well, take them away from him. Prevent Jose from using those legs and take them away from him as well, of course. Force him to the mat. Jose's not going to get much success on the mat. There's no doubt about it. Side headlock applied now, though, by Hangman Page. Takes him down as well. Jose with a great counter, though, able to retort into a side headlock of his own here. Now has the arm of Hangman Page. If Jose can get a win here, no, he can't. Hammerlock applied here. Side headlock transitions it in too. Great. Collar elbow tie-up wrestling from both sides here. Again, a stalemate this time between these two guys. Hangman Page sent into the turnbuckle. Back elbow there by No Way Jose. And Page in trouble. Sit out there. And a lifting sit-out bomb from No Way Jose. Hangman Page, though, went for a forearm. Great counter there. Thrust kick into the ribs. Oh, both guys looking to swing at each other. Jose swinging a little harder, though. Counter incoming, though, from Hangman Page, and this could be where he can take control maybe in this matchup. Jose set full force into that turnbuckle. Able to counter quickly, though. Forearm there, and that took all the spring out of his step. What the hell's going on? Oh, elevated DDT. Nice. Big forearm in the face from Hangman Page as well. Off the ropes now comes Jose. Duck under. Great drop kick as well. The athleticism from Hangman Page is something else. And look at that, taking the chance to prove it as well with that springboard moonsault. Counter from Jose. The other guy able to gain a strong advantage over the other, though. There's no doubt about that right now. Look at this now. Things getting heated between Jose and Page. Jose knocking down Page, who's returning to the outside here. Hangman Page seems frustrated with what's just happened. It looks like Hangman Page is on his way out of this one now, deciding that he wants to call it quits against Jose. Apparently that seems to be the case. Wait a minute! Brian Cage! Where'd the machine come from? Attacking Hangman Page and sending him down into the steps! Oh my goodness! And Cage ain't done there! And Cage now launching himself right into the ring! Right after Jose! He had no time to recover! He had no time to even prepare for it! Hangman Page out on the outside, and no way Jose will join him on the inside. Drill claw into Weapon X from Cage. 2-man down. And Brian Cage strikes on NXT. The Machine standing tall in this one. But for what reason did he target them? Well, that happened. He does what he wants, doesn't he? Let's be real here. That guy just does whatever he damn well pleases, Brian Cage, and ain't no one stopping him either. That's for certain. Nevertheless, we must move on because it is time for our main event of the evening, and what a contest we're in for. Finally getting this after 2 failed attempts heading into NXT TakeOver Toronto. Tomohiro Ishii versus Tyler Bate. Yes! Took long enough. Nevertheless, Ishii heads towards the ring here for this one, and what a thrilling contest it will be to witness. 2 guys who just absolutely love to smash shit, headbutt, forearm, kick, whatever. They're fine with it. They'll hit something, and they'll take pride in it as well. Let's see what will happen when these 2 guys lock horns with one another in that ring. Ishii with a grand opportunity, of course, coming his way should he win here tonight. He is the bona fide #1 contender to that NXT Championship, and you know for a fact that Ishii would love to have that chance. He would love to be the guy to go after that NXT title next, to have it around his waist as well, and there's no reason why Ishii couldn't do it in regards to his physical ability. But in the same breath, Ishii does struggle with getting victories in those big match vibes. That has always been an element to Ishii, is that when it matters the most, when it's that huge situation where you have to win, Ishii struggles to win. It's not just prevalent within this universe, it was prevalent before his arrival here within Japan. Ishii always has that difficulty of winning when it matters most. That could all change here tonight, though, with a victory over Tyler Bate. The NXT champion wanted a fight not long after that hellacious contest inside Hell in a Cell. There we go, enjoy that. Inside Hell in a Cell with Corin. He was the reason why Corin was no longer prevalent in NXT, and we celebrated that for 24 hours. The Survivor Series came around, and then SmackDown Live immediately regretted everything that happened, as we saw with, of course, the main event at Fully Loaded this past week, and the occurrence that happened within that main event. Nevertheless, it is no longer NXT's intention to worry about Corin. Gone. It is NXT's intention to focus on its own brand. And that is exactly what happens in this main event. Ishii versus Bate. Here we go. Power and a brutish nature versus pound-for-pound strength, speed, and a never-say-die attitude. Definitely looking forward to this one. One thrilling contest already on tonight's episode of NXT. Time for another one here, though, by the champion of this brand, pop-up headbutt from Ishii. Of course he would do something like that. And there's the chop of Ishii as well, to light up your chest and put you in oh so much more agony than you already were in. Chops and strikes, unloading. Look at the chest of Bate starting to turn red already from where Ishii is struck. Up over that top rope. I'd want to beg to come back in the ring. Not at the hands of Ishii though, as he does so with that vertical suplex on Tyler Bate. Good start from the Pitbull. Oh my god, that chest is going to be bruised in the morning already. And this match has hardly begun. Up on that top rope, Bate looking to hit big. Ishii just looking to hit him in the face. And he did just that. Look at how easy that vertical suplex was. Stalled it in midair as well. Headbutt from Ishii. But Bate starting to fight back here. Look at those quick strikes into the face of Tomohiro Ishii. What the hell is happening now? Ishii sent over the top rope. Bate gonna come in and hit big. Oh my goodness! What a move from Bate! I don't even know what that was. Corkscrew moonsault or something like that. That was insane, and oh my god! Slamming Bate down. Sorry, slamming Ishii down on the apron there. No remorse showing, but there's fight on the outside now. And Bate's going to come to regret it. Into the barricade goes the NXT champion. Oh, what a thrilling moment that was on the outside there. But we return to the ring, and it's Ishii's business, doing as he damn well pleases. Powerbomb attempt, great counter from Bate. Sunset flip from the champ, in for the cover, ref in to count. There's two, and oh, Ishii getting that shoulder up at the count of two to keep him in this one. Tyler Bate though controlling Ishii, sending him face first into that turnbuckle. Headlock punch in the corner as well. Great thinking from Bate, no doubt. Ishii sent into that turnbuckle and hits the mat as a result of it. There was a thought in my mind for a split second there that Ishii was about to get a deadlift suplex or something from Bate, but Bate decided that probably wasn't the wisest decision. Counter there from Ishii, though. What are we going to see from him now? Nothing. Bate in with a lot of counters right now. Ishii doing the same. Takedown, kicked away. Wow. Oh, there's that chop, though. That chop to the chest, but he can't capitalize on it. Bate able to, once again, get in. Oh, God. German suplex, though. Brutal. Brutal from Ishii. Reverse suplex as well to go with it. And Tyler Bate feeling the pain of that one. Cover from Ishii now in the ring. Only a 1 count. Oh, but not a moment to recover there. Neck crank from Ishii. Didn't get it straight on though. Tilted it to the side. Still going to hurt a lot. As will this. What a forearm from Ishii. And comes running in with a punch that could probably knock out a gorilla. But look at this. Bate still hanging on in there. Still fighting. Rolling wheel kick from Bate. Bate going to look to try and end things. The same way he did at TakeOver Toronto. Tyler Driver! Will this do it? There's two. Done! Yes, it does! Bate able to keep Ishii down for long enough to get that win. Did you see, though? Ishii kicked out essentially at 3.1. And he lays on the mat right now, regretting that defeat. That was I saw Ishii's shoulder right back up there, but just after that 3 count came. And at the end, what it showed is that Bates' drive and his desire, and that Tyler Driver as well, the way he can execute it is just too much for anyone to contend with. Ishii had just punched him so hard that his entire family probably felt it. But Bate shrugged it off and went on to victory as well. Tyler Bate, your winner in this main event. And now it starts to question, the TakeOver just over a month away, who is next in line for Bate? Is it maybe someone like Brian Cage? Is it Pete Dunne? Who on NXT, now that we're free of Corin, will go after Bate and that NXT title? Whoever it is, I'm looking forward to it, because it'll be the first TakeOver in a year, over a year, since Corin is not involved with the title. Yes, please. That is this episode of NXT, though. Thrilling contest, no doubt. A thrilling night of action. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.